Is how to deal with negativity around us created by others.
That is something that we have to try and sort of ignore, minimize, avoid, but not take it as a serious problem, because the difficulty is more within than outside us. And our concern is also primarily our own spiritual growth. The fact that we end up addressing or encouraging the spiritual growth of others through what we do, whether it is through the type of actions that we do or it is through just setting an example, creating the right atmosphere, all those are different things that do happen. So an individual's growth does become to some extent the cause of the growth of a few others or many others around him. That is not what the person should be concerned with. So if we see any negative, that's why the mother has said, that if we see any negativity around us, we should take it as a mirror. What it means is there are some weaknesses within me that I have to work on. So we have to keep turning within and try and see what is it that I have to work on, so that these negativities which I have are not there. The negativities outside then will start affecting me less and less. Having said that, if the atmosphere is negative beyond a certain point, then a certain degree of aloofness, isolation may become necessary, but then not because one has any ill feelings or ill will or hatred towards those who are creating this negativity, but just to prepare a sort of a physical geographical shield. The shield will become less and less necessary as the person's own spiritual armor grows, because as you grow spiritually, you also develop a spiritual armor, so that this negativity will affect less and less. But all the same, till it has reached a level where you can handle this negativity, creating some sort of a geographical barrier, creating some sort of a geographical distance is quite acceptable. And the only thing we have to keep in mind is that take all that negativity also as a manifestation of the divine, take it as a part of the divine play. Because when we talk of things in the world which are divine and undivine, that is only a convenient classification. Because what we perceive as undivine is also a manifestation of the divine. If everything is a manifestation of the divine, it also includes what we perceive as the undivine. And therefore, if we keep that in mind, we will realize that not only everything is the divine, but also that this mixture of what is clearly the divine and what is apparently the undivine, this mixture is also a part of that play, and it also has a purpose. Because without that, the evolution of consciousness which is happening on this planet and happening consciously partly consciously through human beings would not happen. Because if and that is why it doesn't happen in the other worlds where the creatures with a similar level of consciousness are all herded together in that world. So if you had all good or all evil on this earth, it would be like one of those other worlds, and there will not be much stimulus and much opportunity for further spiritual growth. On this world, that happens only because we have positivity and negativity, divine and what seems to be undivine, the opposites which we identify as virtue and sin, opposites that we identify as good and evil, all these coexist in this world. And it is this mixture of these apparent opposites that creates on the planet an opportunity for evolution of consciousness.